Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. First, I wish to support this report by the members of the Pan-African Parliament who represented us in South Africa, led by the able Senator of Tana River, Senator Danson Mungatana. Senator Mungatana has been very consistent, especially anytime he represents this House in international fora. He quickly comes back and shares lessons learned with the members of this House. And I know that some of us who are following in those footsteps are actually going to reap big and also share with the rest of the Kenyans who are watching some of these discussions. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to just note a key area of interest. This is on trade. As a member of the Trade Committee of the Senate earlier this year, we were fortunate enough to have an address by the Secretary General of the African Continental Free Trade Area, that is Wamkele Mene, and he took us through what their agenda is and how they want to synergize with African countries. And I want to note that there is already political goodwill from Kenya as a country, led by the president, who actually has been on the front line, pushing for Africa being very open to trade and encouraging the rest of the Kenyans who are in those other countries to participate. It's a very good opportunity for Kenyans to also take this chance and do trade in South Africa, and also for South Africans to also cross borders and come and trade with Kenyans. That's the whole essence of a borderless Africa, especially when it comes to trade. Mr. Speaker, sir, also, the Pan-African Parliament, whatever issues that are being discussed in that parliament are very key, especially to Africans, because that parliament represents legislators who have been sent from different countries in Africa, and we tend to think whatever proposal that originate from brains in the Pan-African Parliament should address most of the challenges we as a continent and as a country are facing. So we need to have more of these proposals and solutions that are being offered by the Pan-African Parliament be implemented in the member states so that we can make progress. Let it not be after every mission we still have the same agenda we are revisiting. We need to make progress so that there is value for investing in our African states. Mr. Speaker, sir, also, Africa is a very key, it's a very key continent, and that's why you see even other countries in the rest of the world wanting to follow closely what we as a continent are engaging in. Look at even the African Union elections that we are actually pitching up for with the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. It's very instrumental, and that's why citizens need to realize that it's not just an interest of a country, but they are equally affected in what goes on around the continent, because challenges Africans in Kenya are experiencing are the same challenges Africans in Ghana are experiencing, the same challenges Africans in Botswana are experiencing, and solutions are somehow similar. So I urge my colleague members of parliament to support this report and walk the talk from some of these proposals, so that we even give the members who normally go representing us in the Pan-African Parliament reason to agitate strongly for some of the proposals we are giving. So thank you, Mr. Speaker, and let me just conclude by saying that this is also a very good opportunity, not just for senior citizens who are very much abled economically, but for young people, because young people are very quick, especially in this digital era, to connect across the continent and can therefore boost their networking skills, especially in business, not just selling in Kenya, but selling across the continent. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Beatrice Ogola. I thank you, Mr. Speaker. From the onset, Honorable Speaker, I want to applaud the very senior delegation and led by Senator Danson Mungatana, the leader of the delegation. Honorable Speaker, the delegation is composed of very, very senior legislatures, and we are happy also to benefit from their wisdom, from their institutional memory of the legislative arm of our government. Senator Mungatana has a rich history, both from his profession and from his work